Well, 2023 was an incredible year, and I know many of you guys were out there in 2022 selling the fear and boldly buying, and because 2023 was so incredible, you are now sitting on 50, 70, 90%, even 100+% gains just this year. But that was 2023, and as with everything in the stock market, each year brings different winners and different losers too. So let's talk about my 5 favorite stocks for 2024 that I think are going to be the biggest winners in 2024 for me. So if you like winners, make sure you tap that like button. And of course, if you like the truth without the hype and all that good stuff too, make sure you like the video so that way you let me know you like the style video. Now, I believe everybody can retire early and have financial freedom. So make sure you check out the pinned comment down there for my new channel where we talk about exactly that, getting financial freedom and retiring early. It's the pinned comment down there. Check it out if you're looking for content like that. Now, keep in mind, these are just the 5 stocks that I personally own that I think are going to return the best for me in 2024. There's going to be a ton of big winners next year like there is every single year, and I don't own every stock in the stock market, so obviously I'm not going to necessarily own those stocks, and I can't necessarily speak to those stocks either. Heck, NVIDIA was an incredible winner this year. I don't own it. We got a lot of other group members that own it. I know a lot of you guys own it, but I don't own the stock, so I can't talk about stocks like that specifically because I don't have the intimate knowledge in order to do that. So I've got to look at my portfolio and see, hey, which stocks do I think are going to return the best over the next year? And for right now, these are the 5 that I see returning the best in 2024. Well, let's have a little bit of fun here, guys. I know it's end of the year and everybody's kind of, holiday season and all that good stuff. I got it. But let's have a little bit of fun and let's talk about these 5 stocks. And of course, give me your 5 stocks. Tell me down in the comments what your 5 top stocks you think are going to be your biggest winners next year. All right, so let's get the easy ones out of the way first. And the first one would be PayPal. Yeah, I know. We didn't get to enjoy the one in 2023 with PayPal like a lot of other folks did. We went the opposite direction. So I understand that, which tells me if this management team comes in and continues to turn around quarter after quarter after quarter, we are going to see a very, very nice run in PayPal. Now, I personally don't think it's going to be like Meta. I don't think we're going to get a 300+% return in the year. I mean, they'd be great. I'll take it, absolutely, but I don't think we're going to get that. However, if I get a 50%, maybe even 100%, maybe even a double up, possibly kind of best case scenario there, that's an incredible return in a year on a great stock that's been beaten down for more than a year now. So for me, when I look at PayPal, assuming management executes to this new vision, I think we're going to have a very, very nice gain, and it's going to be one of my best gainers in 2024. If you want to see what I'm doing with all these stocks in real time, the holiday sale is live and it's getting ready to expire soon. So make sure you take advantage. If you want to see all those buy and sell alerts in real time, see my watch list with price targets, take 5 courses for free, use our stock analyzer tool for free, be a part of the best 6, 7, and 8-figure Discord, jump into my DMs anytime you want, talk to me in our live Q&As. We got so much good stuff coming this year, guys, only for the group only. Make sure you check out the pinned comment and take advantage of the sale before the price goes up forever. So stock number 2 would be SoFi. Again, another stock that's had a nice run here at the end of the year, but it's pretty much followed the same pattern of running up to $10, crashing all the way back down to $4 or $5, $6 or whatever the case is, rinse and repeat basically the entire year. So it was very much an up and down year, but you guys know me. As an investor, all that meant was I got to continue to add shares of a great company at a great price. If I avoided the FOMO and if I avoided the giant run-ups, I got opportunity over and over and over and over again to build a great size position in this stock. So like many of you guys out there, I have an incredibly low average. And man, if SoFi, when they turn that profitability knob here at the beginning of the year, it has set up nicely to really take a rocket ship up. This one to me has the chance to be my biggest gainer next year. Now, of course, there's no guarantees. They could have a slip up. Fintech could fall out of favor again. They could get kind of lumped in with more of a banking multiple once they jump into profitability. So there's a lot of things that could end up kind of heading off a big run. But if those things don't happen, I absolutely could see SoFi being my biggest winner in my portfolio next year. So I'm very, very glad I was able to add shares so cheaply over the past year and a half, really almost 2 years now. You've been able to add shares of SoFi at a really, really, really cheap price. Now, of course, I say all this and it's probably going to be my biggest loser. I mean, that's just kind of the way it goes, right? Kind of the way it feels sometimes when you're investing, but that's okay. I'm not really looking forward to next year. I think the big money in SoFi is going to come 3 to 5 years from now. So that right there is more of what I'm angled towards. But like I said, with them turning profitable this year and everything else kind of lining up for them in regards to what the market's going to do overall, what I think it's going to do overall and everything else, it lines up very, very nicely for me to have a very, very nice solid gain in SoFi. So stock number 3 would be Google. Guys, I personally think the market is still undervaluing Google. You still have the hangover from the ChatGPT garbage that came out last year. In terms of all of a sudden, Google's a dead company because ChatGPT is somehow going to kill it. All that narrative like that. There's been a giant narrative around advertising. Is that going to pull back? All those sort of things like that have not bear true in regards to the earnings. And I really think some of the growth rates being used for next year and the year after are actually a little bit low. So whenever I'm looking at Google, there is an opportunity there, especially if they start having blowout quarter after blowout quarter, to really see a nice run in that stock. Because although it has returned nicely from those lows where we were able to get it down in the 80s, it's returned very nicely. It has not had the same run that a lot of other stocks have had. And so to me, it's kind of primed for that sort of run coming into 2024. I don't need it to triple up in order for it to be a great stock and have it to be one of the big winners in my portfolio next year. So stock number 4 is Palantir. Is it all hype? Is it all trash? Is it a part of the AI bubble? Is it not part of the AI bubble? Is it actually the solution to AI in a lot of ways in the first place? Is it the next big thing? Is it a big government thing? There's a lot of questions around Palantir. But what I do know about Palantir is every single earnings, they continue to grow, they continue to expand the product line, they continue to have people renew contracts, and they prove that this is just what I've always called a sneaky growth beast. And I think Wall Street finally recognizes that next year and finally rewards the stock. Now, no, I don't believe any of the hype projections where it's going to go to like $80 next year or something crazy like that, although I'll be extremely happy if they do. But I would have to say at that stage, it is significantly overvalued if that happens. But I absolutely think it can be in second place in regards to returns in my portfolio next year, without a doubt, because of the growth that they have ahead of them. And because right now, Wall Street's still kind of iffy on Palantir. And the more and more they continue to execute, the more and more big money's going to start piling into the stock more. So for me, I think it could very well be one of the big winners in my portfolio. But the last stock that we're going to talk about next, this one's the one that's a complete wild card. Who knows what's going to happen with this stock? So we got to talk about it next. And that stock would be Tesla, but it's with a giant caveat. So slow down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm saying Tesla, but it has a giant caveat attached to it. Look, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. You guys know I am a Tesla bull. I have a character on my channel called the Tesla Bull, but I am a realistic bull. I don't get into crazy projections. I don't get into, Elon flushes a toilet and the stock should have $1 trillion added to the market cap or any of that other garbage that's out there like that. I just don't do it. And unfortunately with Tesla, it is the most volatile, large cap, mega cap stock I have ever seen in my life in the history of the stock market. It is utterly ridiculous. So would it surprise me if Tesla got beaten down to $150 again this year in 2024? It wouldn't surprise me at all. And would it surprise me at all if we saw Tesla back to all-time highs at the end of 2024? That wouldn't surprise me either. That's how kind of divisive and how kind of crazy Tesla moves in a giant range like that in a mega cap stock. So neither one of those would surprise me at all. And what I'm looking at specifically is not all the distractions with Elon and all his Twitter garbage and all the other stuff like that. I care less about that. What I'm looking at is the margin and the multiple compression that's coming along with that EPS number continuing to get smaller. If they are able to solve some of those problems, I know they're not going to be able to do it the next couple of quarters. Towards the end of the year here, that's where we could see that momentum down and then huge momentum back up as they start to improve the margins and as that EPS number starts to go up again, because we've seen it before. When Tesla goes, they kind of get beat down, they kind of do this thing. It's almost like a coil, almost like pulling on a rubber band. And then all of a sudden when it lets go, all of a sudden, it's record-breaking earnings after record-breaking earnings. And then the stock starts running. And when this stock runs, it runs like no other mega cap stock has ever run. So for me, it's going to be a wild ride this year. It's probably going to be either one of my biggest losers or it's going to be one of my biggest winners. That's kind of the range that it sits in. I'm sorry, I know it's not the answer everybody wants, but that's the truth. And you guys come here for the truth, and that's exactly what I'm giving you. If you want to see what I'm doing with all these stocks in real time, the holiday sale is live and it's getting ready to expire soon. So make sure you take advantage. If you want to see all those buy and sell alerts in real time, see my watch list with price targets, take 5 courses for free, use our stock analyzer tool for free, be a part of the best 6, 7, and 8-figure Discord, jump into my DMs anytime you want, talk to me in our live Q&As. We got so much good stuff coming this year, guys, only for the group only. Make sure you check out the pinned comment and take advantage of the sale before the price goes up forever. And click this video here if you want to see exactly what I'm buying in this market, and click here to see my exact plan for this market. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.